What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only, Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,600 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this would be possible without you guys, so I thank you so very, very much. And yes, we are into springtime, and it's thunderstorm season too, which means we still may spend a little bit extra time at home, so why don't you just prepare a really good cup of joe? So today I've got with me from Steep Coffee, the wonderful Nate. Hey, Nate.
Hello, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing good.
Awesome, awesome. So, Nate, what part of the country are you at today?
Today, I am actually up in Washington State, up in Long Beach, Washington.
Okay. And what kind of temperature, what kind of weather you guys having out there today?
Oh man, we've got some overcast skies, probably about mid-50s or so. It's not bad for southern coast of Washington this time of year. It's been pretty pleasant.
Gotcha. Okay, Nate. So to start things off, Steep Coffee. Where did the name come from?
So Steep Coffee, the name just comes from the way that the method that the coffee is made. So with our method, you're essentially steeping or fully submerging coffee grounds in water. You make it really similar to tea. The technology is a little bit different as far as the materials and all that stuff, but the process is about the same.
Gotcha. So how did the company actually start?
We started, our founder, Josh Wilbur, he started the company several years ago. The way that it was started was basically, Josh looked at the whole coffee industry and, coffee, he's a coffee lover for, long time. But he looked at the industry and he kind of saw a gap in between, making... There was nothing out there that really made great specialty coffee accessible in a really convenient single-serve method. So what we had out there at the time for that was mostly the pod method, right? So you have a pod machine, you put a little pod in there, you get your single cup.
Right.
Well, the compromise with that method is that you get all this plastic waste from the pods themselves. Right. So the closest thing was that pod method, but with the plastic waste, it makes it so, not really sustainable as far as the amount of plastic that's going into the trash stream. So she's like, he looked at that as like, how can we fix this? Right. And at the same time, it was like, he was traveling, he was having to take, his whole like coffee kit with him with the, like doing a French press or something like that. Right. So, it's not easy. There's a lot of stuff that goes into making that great cup of coffee. So he's like, there has to be a better way. And, lo and behold, sure enough, after a lot of research and a lot of testing and a lot of experimentation, came up with steeped coffee. So not only is steeped coffee really convenient, really great coffee, easy to make, we like to say, you can make steeped coffee. It's great coffee. It's at the speed of instant, but it's not instant coffee. It's regular coffee grounds. So we not only have that, but we also have the fact that it's a fully compostable method. So everything from the outer packaging to the filter, to the string, to the tab, it's all compostable. So we really try to minimize the amount of material that's going into the trash stream, and we use materials that break down naturally in a compostable environment.
Gotcha. Now, the last year has hit every major company in the world, like a gut to the stomach. It's hit us hard.
Absolutely.
Now, how are you guys able to adapt with everything COVID related?
Yeah, so we are a food manufacturing facility. So immediately when everything happened, we're like, okay, we have to limit only essential employees at the facility. So our facility is actually down in Santa Cruz, California. So anyone who's involved with the actual, manufacturing of everything, they're there. But as far as all our other staff, everyone went remote. And then after that, we were like, okay, we really want to help in some way, but we don't have equipment that, could like manufacture PPE or something like that, protective equipment or anything like that. So we kind of asked ourselves, how do we help here? So we looked at it and we're like, coffee is such a integral part of someone's day. If you like coffee, it's like you need that cup in the morning, or, if things are just getting tough, it helps to have a cup, to just take your moment, and go with it. So we're looking at, we're like, who are the people out there during this pandemic that are going to be just like grinding long hours? A lot of people are going to be putting a lot of work, but who's really going to be on the front lines of this? And we decided to set up a program where people could, basically our customers could donate coffee to frontline workers. So, nurses, doctors, firefighters, policemen, all these different organizations just on the front lines of battling the pandemic. So that launch, I believe that was like mid to late March that we launched that. And we were, in the end of it, we were able to donate over 70,000 packs of coffee to hospitals, fire stations, first responders, up and down the West Coast and beyond, actually. So we're able to basically give, those in a healthcare profession the ability to have a single cup of coffee, not have to go to like a communal coffee pot or anything like that, that a lot of people were using. They just make it, you can make your own cup, and you can do it quick. You could have that 15-minute break, make yourself a fresh cup of coffee and get going. So that was kind of our beyond making sure our own staff and everyone was safe, and we're doing things, to the T as far as food safety concerns go. Our next one was like, how do we give back? And that was kind of our program that we launched.
Yes. Now, Nate, where is your coffee sourced?
So our coffee comes from, it's a lot of sources actually. So steeped coffee we have our own in-house brand. And that coffee is sourced locally, from a roaster. It's, specialty grade top shelf coffee, for our own brand. And then we partner with other, high-end, roasters, to basically allow them to put their branding, their coffee in our method, and allow them to sell those single serve packs. So, one of our mottos is, making specialty coffee accessible. So what this does is this allows these smaller roasters, these small specialty roasters, to partner with us and to easily make their coffee accessible in a way that, really easily allows them to like sample it out, or allows their customers to jump from one roast to the other without worrying about, buying a 5-pound bag of coffee that you might only enjoy half of before it goes stale. So yeah, that's kind of the bigger picture there with the brand. We've got our own in-house, and then we also have our method in a lot of other roasters as well.
Okay, cool beans. Now let's talk about some of those different varieties that you guys offer. What is some of the stuff that's on the website?
Yeah, so on the website, we've got, what is it now? It's 5 different blends. So we've got a light roast, which is, that's going to be your lighter roast, a little bit more of a kind of a fruity palate to it. And we've got our medium roast. That's our most popular roast. Right. That's kind of right in the middle, go to everyday roast. We've got a dark roast, which is going to be more, a more sort of thick flavor profile to it. More of those caramel type of tones to it. Then we've got our organic French roast, which is just your classic dark French roast, but fully organic, certified. Right. And then we've got our Swiss water processed decaf, which is I never drank decaf coffee before coming to Steeped.
Right.
And this is the one, and I go to this one probably like every other day. Like if I want a cup of coffee around like 4 or 5 o'clock just to shut down the day, but I don't want the jitters.
Yeah.
Our Swiss water processed decaf is great, and it's all the flavor of a great cup of coffee, but just without the caffeine. So yeah, we kind of have a range that will cater to a lot of different tastes, and it's really fun if you haven't tried a light roast, or you haven't tried a light roast next to a dark roast, or it makes it really easy for people to sort of sample in that method and really figure out, if they haven't messed around with the type of roast that they drink, to kind of experiment and figure out, maybe you've been drinking dark roast or French roast all this time, and you try a light roast and you're like, wow, this is what I've been looking for, So it makes it really easy to do that.
Certainly. So, Nate, what are you looking forward to with the brand in the future?
One of the things that's really, really fun about working for Steeped is you get to work with so many different partners, with our roasters and with our private label partners in the program with that. So that collaboration is really exciting, because it allows me to see how all these different companies operate in all their regions and stuff like that. And it really gives a really big picture of where the coffee industry is, kind of in the United States, and sort of the different things work in different places. So being able to see that, and then also being able to give our roasters tips to drive their success based on that, it's super fun. It's really fun. We've had some roasters come on that were pretty small at the start, and now they've grown tenfold, and it's just cool to see that success.
Awesome. Well, Nate, thank you so much for stopping by. Definitely appreciate you sharing all about Steeped.
Absolutely. It's great to be here.
And let everyone know where they can get some more information, and, of course, to follow you guys if you're on social media.
Yeah, so you can find us at steepedcoffee.com, and then to follow us on social media, we're just at Steeped Coffee on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
Perfection. Much more success to you and the team, Nate. Keep doing good things. Good energy.
Thank you so much.
Certainly. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do. You look them square in the face. You tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.